disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.
Welcome once again to another episode of Fists, Kicks, and Flicks, the podcast about martial arts, movies, and life. I am one of your hosts, Eugene Plowden, and with me, as always, my podcast partners, Joe Hartley and Angel Diaz. What's up, fellas?
What's up?
What's up, bro?
If this is your first time with us, I want you to know we are members of the Martial Arts Internet Network. On Tuesdays, you got the Inside Scoop with Alex and Jeff. Thursdays is us, Fists, Kicks, and Flicks with Gene, Joe, and Angel.
Wednesdays, you got the traditional way with Brett Shumway. And once a month, you got the extra scoop with Peyton Fender and Jeff Doss.
For more information, you can check us out on all of our social media platforms. Just look for the Martial Arts Internet Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon. Fuck X. Fellas, it's showtime.
Yes! Yes!
What's up?
Thank you.
What's
It's
up, man?
always Twitter forever. Cobra Kai never dies, neither does Twitter.
Hey,
What's up, guys?
Let me tell you something. I watched I binge watched all the episodes on Sunday, right? I rewatched the first two and then I binge watched the rest of them. So I'm watching it, bro. Let me tell you something, man. I know what Joe was saying. He's like, I hate the ending. I was just sitting there like, oh my god, I need February to come quicker. Like, let's go.
We got 1 month from today. I mean, everybody else, when you hear this podcast, it's going to be a little bit late, but it actually comes out February 13th. Today is January 13th. So we got 1 month to go.
I know. I will tell you that I think they're gonna do something that I foreshadowed like a year ago when we saw the last one. I told you that I think they're gonna start using CGI in a certain way. I just want to put that out there. I think CGI is gonna be a big thing in Cobra Kai's universe. I think it is.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
I got you.
What's up, Joe?
Not much, man. Just working. Daily grind. Got a haircut finally. That's it. I waited way too long. I think I waited like a month. I got in there, and the guy that did it the last time was there, and he was like, "Where y'all been?" I was like, "Man, it's been a rough month. What do you want to do?" I was like, he's like, "So what do you do?" I said, "What does it look like?" He goes, "Oh, you've been wearing a hat?" I was like, "Yeah. When my hair gets funky, I just put a hat on."
Man, when
Okay.
I had hair, I used to go to the barbershop every week.
See, I try to go every 2 weeks.
Mhm.
That's my best, but it's just because I got to take my son with me. So the problem is, I can go on my days off, but then I got to catch him when he's not doing something. And then sometimes he'll be like, "Oh, give me a minute, give me this," and then I'll be like, and then if he waits too long, I'll find something else to do. So I just gotta tell him next time, like, "Hey, I'm not waiting. Let's go." So.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, that's it, man. Like, just working, trying to get this time off for Chicago because I really want to go. So I'm working on it.
It's gonna be the first time Fists, Kicks, and Flicks have been together in the same place.
I know. That's why I want to do it, man.
If you don't go, Joe, I'm gonna be really upset, right? And
I'm gonna be upset.
And I'm gonna say this, and I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but I hope it makes you feel bad. I really literally was like 50-50 if I still wanted to go. And then I told my fiance, I said, "Nah, I gotta go." And she goes, "Why?" And I said, "No homo, but this is the first time we are all gonna see each other. It's like our first date. Like I have to go." And she goes, "Wait, you seriously?" I was like, "Why do you think that's a joke? We've literally never been in the same room with each other." And I told her, I said, she goes, "Oh, well, you have to go." I said, "Exactly. I can't miss it. Like, I can't miss that. Like, I can't." So now, once you started saying, like, I'm still trying to work, I felt like calling your goddamn job that day and being like, "Yo, if you don't give him his time off, I promise you, it is going to be a crazy time for you at that post office."
Listen, I got the union involved now, so I got the union trying to help me out.
They don't want to deal with the union, Joe. That's what I'm saying.
So I got the union, and our union president can get stuff done. So that's who I'm banking on. So I got to call tomorrow to see what they say. It was sounding good when I left. So
Yo, Joe
We'll see.
literally told me, he said, bro, do you not understand what my family has gone through all these years? And you're gonna tell me that I can't even get one time off, and I bust my ass every day. Let them know, Joe.
it's only because it's the holiday. It's Martin Luther King. We have too many holidays. Don't get me
They
wrong.
count that?
I like it when I get it. Yeah, my work. I get Martin Luther King Day. I get President's Day. There's a bunch of interesting ones
You get the school holidays. You get the school holidays.
or
No,
bank.
federal.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
The
federal.
reason why I'm saying that is because
The only day I don't get is Easter.
well, the reason why I'm saying that is because, and not even trying to be funny, I just didn't think, like, obviously we know Martin Luther King Day is on a Monday, so I didn't think that they would say, like, I didn't think their job is like how my job is, like, you can't take the Friday off. Like, I didn't think that that's how it is. Like, that's just
Okay,
crazy.
so Monday's my holiday, and they're not forcing me in for Monday. That's the dumb thing. So I actually get Monday off, but my regular day is the Saturday, Sunday, which is a continuation. So the holiday for everybody is Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So if your day off is Friday, Saturday, your holiday would be Monday or Sunday. Yeah, your holiday would be Sunday, so you'd get Sunday off. If your days off are mine, Tuesday, Wednesday, your holiday is Monday. So that's how it goes. If your day off is Sunday, your holiday is Monday. It's just So they're counting Saturday, Sunday, and Monday as a holiday. So they're saying, okay, Saturday, Sunday is your regular day to work. If nobody shows up because of the holiday, you have to come in. But what they do is they put a list out, and the list you take volunteers. So if they need like 6 people to volunteer, so I can have the day off, that's what they're trying to put out. But they should have put this schedule out already. They're not putting it out till tomorrow.
Oh, that's your argument. Gotcha.
I would have been like, y'all forced me to work. It'll be a shame the next time I have COVID and I come in here and infect everybody. That would be such a shame.
Can I just say, listen, I can say this now because I'm not in that district, but when we had them COVID laws, bro, I got COVID at least like 4 times in 1 month. I just couldn't. I just kept saying, I got COVID. I can't come in today.
They gave us, so when COVID was going, it was crazy at my work. So they gave us a free 2 weeks to take off whenever we wanted, and a lot of people just took it. And then you could burn through your time with no penalty. So the people who had accumulated a lot of annual and sick leave, they blew through it. They would take like 2 months off. But I'm like, I only had 2 weeks. So right away, my wife said, take the 2 weeks because I don't want you getting sick. But then I'm back working and everybody else is taking off. So now I'm working my damn ass off. I'm like, what the hell? I should have waited like everybody else.
Yeah.
So yeah, COVID was nuts over there. We literally had mail like just stacked. Like if you saw a spot where you could put something, you just put it there. Wow. That's how crazy it was. Because some of the buildings shut down, but my building didn't shut down because my building, we're hardcore.
You need to go get a new building. That's what you need to do.
Right? I would have to switch crafts. That's the problem. Yeah. And I would lose my seniority. Yeah, so
and then you got the good hours now. So no, don't do that.
Yeah. Well, and my best move right now would be either supervisor or just stick it out and let my stuff keep going up. So we'll see. Because I don't know if I want the supervisor headache.
Yeah, most people.
But it would be a huge pay bump, so I don't know. We'll see. What's up with you, Angel?
Not much, man. I just chilling. Honestly, man, seriously, I really am excited to go to Chicago only to be with you guys. I am being completely serious. And the fact that I'm not even fighting, I'm going there literally just to be with you guys. Like that's the only thing I'm looking forward to be honest.
No, I didn't know that, man. I didn't know you weren't competing.
Yeah, no, I don't do so. Anytime we have to record and we gotta do stuff like this, I don't fight. It's like my own personal thing. I just don't. To
You
me,
don't be in the mindset to be competing.
yeah. Like to be honest with you, like I know, like I've only done it one time where I recorded and I fought at the same time, but that's only because I only went there to do team fights and that was it. So because I just had to do team fights, I just had to get ready for like a short period of time and that was it. But outside of that, I don't want to. If I'm in a place, I need to be focused for it. Especially like when it comes to teams and all that, and people are paying you to do certain things, you gotta like give everything you got to that. So that's just like my respect out of it. So, but it also goes the same thing with Trav. Like if you're gonna have me there, you're gonna, we're gonna cover certain things, and I'm gonna be the worker there. I will work my ass off. So that's it. Which we're gonna be doing that. So yeah.
I just text Mike and asked him if he was coming to AKs this weekend. He's gonna be like, "What the hell?"
Bro, listen, if he was, oh my god! Because Willie's gonna be there.
No, I didn't know Willie was gonna be there.
Willie's gonna be there.
Okay.
And I don't know that in terms of like he didn't tell me nothing. I didn't say none of that. But I know he will. This is the reason why I say I know he'll be there because now he's on that new team with Marcel. And
what new team is he on?
Team ATL. He's on a team with Jermon. He's on team with Jermon.
So did he move to ATL or is he still in Houston?
He lives in Houston still. He's just on Team ATL.
Okay.
He just did a tournament and won the overall for the 18 plus and won the overall for the seniors. So
of course he did.
And then on top of that, he has a chance to get on stage if he goes to Warrior Cup and wins the 30 and over. He has a chance to be on stage. So why would Willie not take that chance? You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And especially that'd be kind of dope, man, to see him or Jermon. They could possibly make it out that 30s, that senior bracket, and then Avery's on stage with them. You know what I mean? That's just kind of a cool thing to see, like a little, like Plowden kind of just doing their own thing and just still showing the dominance. But I think I could bet, man, 80% of like Willie's gonna be there. So it's gonna be crazy just with them, and
how about Regina? Because we could get a Mimi and Lump reunion.
Honestly, this is my thing.
I miss that show. That was I love that show.
Listen,
she might show up.
No, this is my thing though. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Regina does go to 3 NASCAR. She at least goes to these 3 main NASCAR. She always goes to Team AT. She always goes to Battle of Atlanta because it's in ATL. She always goes to Chicago. I've always seen her there, and she always goes to Diamonds. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. I'm gonna be honest. I might tell Trav, be like, yo. Whatever we had planned, we might need to scratch one thing out and just do a show with all of us. And let's just let it rip. Just let it rip. Let it go. Because that's going to be the funniest show out there.
Yeah.
That could be dangerous.
You got to have...
Yeah, it could, yeah.
Especially, you got to have them 2 there, especially with them 2. And then you guys, I'm just going to be sitting back listening. I'm going to be, go ahead. So... Yeah, but that's it, man. I'm just looking forward to Chicago, man. That's really it. Just being there with you guys, us kind of just doing our thing. My fiance did tell me, she did say this. She said, don't be acting up while you're over here. And I said, babe, what you mean? Like, I'm good. She goes, no, you're going to be with them 2. Don't be acting up. She literally said, don't be acting up while you're over here. And then this is what she told me. She said, you better not call me drunk. I said, why am I going to drink? I'm not going to do that. She said, you're going over there with them 2. Angel, don't be acting a fool. Because then she said, I'm finna whoop your ass if you do that. I said, I'm not going to do nothing. Like, we good.
So she didn't say don't get drunk. She just said don't call her drunk. Loophole.
I would tell her that she gonna crack up. Listen, man, she told me because she asked me. She said, "Are you rooming with Gene or with Joe?" I said, "Neither. Actually, I'm with Brett." She goes, "Okay, good." Because I know you're not gonna be up to no good. But now, if I tell her, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go out with Jamon, Trav, Willie, Gene, Joe," she's gonna be like, "Don't at that point, I need text messages updating me that you're okay." Because she's gonna be like, I know you're gonna get lost, you're gonna be doing crazy stuff. I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna tell them it's cold out there, so I don't know if I'm gonna be walking around like that. I don't walk around when it's cold.
Nah, we'll be good.
Shoot, that's fun. I can't wait to meet the families. Let's go. So,
All right, I guess it's my turn then, since
yeah,
Avery
go
just
ahead,
passed
man.
it to me.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Everything's been cool over here, man. I've just been chilling. We got some snow on Friday, and you know me, I don't go nowhere in snow. So I've been in the crib, and Melissa tried to get us to go out. She tried to go places. I was like, nah, you know me, I don't go nowhere. I don't go nowhere when it's snowing. And it's not that I can't drive in the snow, because I can drive in the snow. I don't know how I used to drive in the snow the way I used to drive from Detroit to Ferris State, Big Rapids, in blizzard-like conditions. So I've driven in the snow, but now as I'm older, I got a short temper, man, and I don't even want to deal with the other drivers. That's what I don't like. I don't like dealing with the other drivers that's out here, man, because these new people that's driving now, man, they were still speeding on Friday, and I'm shaking my head. I'm like, man, this weather,
I
we're
know.
getting about 4 inches. Y'all still speeding, and y'all running red lights. It
Stupid.
don't, it doesn't make any sense.
Just
So I
stupid.
rather I sit in place, and then the same thing when when it on Saturday, I even though it wasn't snowing, I didn't want to go nowhere. I went out, I shoveled snow. I'm like, oh shit, it's too cold out here. I ain't going nowhere. I don't even want to go get no food. I don't want to leave the house. I don't want to warm the car up. I don't want to start the car. Nothing. It was a couple times Melissa wanted us to go out and get something to eat. I'm like, man, let's just order it. She's not that big of a fan of DoorDash. Me personally, I don't care. I don't care. People can deliver the food. Like, I'm not worried about it. It's packaged up. I'm not worried about nobody eating a French
Yeah.
fry or nothing like that. But she sometimes she goes off on our DoorDash people, because sometimes our DoorDash stuff comes to us smelling like weed, whether it's our groceries or food or
I'll never
whatever.
understand that. Like you want a tip and everything, and you're gonna just wait or do it outside of the car, man. Come on.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't really. I'm not sure if people, because sometimes she smell weed and I don't smell it, and I be looking to smell it, but I don't smell.
Nah.
I was like, this smell like plastic or somebody's car. It doesn't smell like. But she got a sensitive nose, man. Like, she can smell stuff from another room and know exactly what it is. Yeah, yeah. She got one of those noses, but I'm like, "Ah, I don't smell weed. It's just our groceries anyway. It's not, it's not McDonald's or whatever, but nah. So, man, yeah. So I got to chill at home on Saturday. Sunday, went and picked up Bray. He was over here, hung out over here, and we did some grocery shopping. No, that normal weekend stuff that we normally do, man, and just hung out, man. It's just been pretty chill, man. I just been focused on my training, my jujitsu training, and watching all the videos and things, and then looking at stuff online on YouTube and stuff. So
How's that
that's
going,
it.
bro?
Oh man, it's good, man. I'm just enjoying being a white belt again, because once you become a black belt, man, in martial arts, like at least karate, like my uncle hasn't taught me anything new in a long time. Other than conversations and stuff like that. I have
Yeah.
not learned any new techniques in, shit, 30
You
years.
know, as you get older, they say like that's where the next black belt training is like the conversations, the wisdom, and all that. But you are right though; it does feel good to be a white belt again, be a student again. And you know what, man?
Yeah.
I strongly believe in it helps you become a better instructor. I really do.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying, the stuff that I'm learning also, so I'm good, man. I've been debating if I'm going to do a competition this year. I really kind of want to do a competition this year, because I'm going to be a blue belt next year. Either at the end of this year or the beginning of next year,
Oh,
I'm going to be a
get
blue
a
belt.
competition in. Get a competition in.
Yeah, so I'm thinking I might want to do anywhere from 1 to 4 this year. You
One to
know,
four competitions.
yeah, I
Good for
might
you,
do
bro.
1 to 4, because this is the thing. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people in my division at all. White belts,
Probably,
almost 50 year old
probably
division.
not. Probably
Nah,
not. Probably not. It's like a 50-50. Probably not.
yeah.
But
So,
you gotta be careful. Okay, so this is a little different than karate tournaments. Okay,
mhm.
you have to when you're registering, you sign a waiver, and it asks you certain questions. And some of the questions are, if no one's in your age division, can they bump you down a division? Like bump you
Okay.
down an age bracket. Hold on, bump you down an age bracket. And then if no one's in your division, can they bump you up a division? So let's say if
Competing against blue belts as a white belt, that ain't
so,
happening.
so let's say if I'm like novice,
Let's
like
go. I'll do it.
When I competed, I'm novice, right? So
Yeah.
they're like, do you like if no one's in your division, can we put you in beginner? And then so on and so forth. And then let's say if I was 30 or 40 or whatever the age is in between, they would say, well, if there's no one in your age bracket, can we move you down to the young guys? You know what I mean? So for you, it would be whatever's underneath it. So that's what I'm saying. Like you may not have nobody, but they may put you in other divisions because their whole thing is the one thing I'll give to jiu-jitsu competitions, depending on certain ones, but the ones I will say, bro, that I do like, or what I do like about it is they do try to guarantee you at least 2 matches. Like they're trying to do everything they can to guarantee you 2 matches.
You know what? That was on a flyer that I saw too, for a
Naga
tournament coming up, and it said, yeah, Naga, yep.
So Naga, this is my thing. I'm not gonna talk bad about Naga because Naga is actually they're gonna do the World Championships here in Connecticut, and they're gonna give $100,000 prize supposedly for the World Championship.
All right.
And Naga is a good thing. I went and saw their MMA promotion that they use for MMA fights. They do it in Mohegan Sun here in. So it is a big thing here in Connecticut. One thing I will say is you do pay like for me to register was like $100 or $125 or something like that. I don't know. So since they're charging that much, they do say you're guaranteed at least 2 matches. And let's say if there's only 2 people in your division, it's round robin, best of 3. If there's more than that, then you're guaranteed at least 2 matches. They have like a whole system to it, but you are guaranteed at least 2 matches, which that I like. There's another one called Grappling Industries. That one, you get the most for your money. So if you do Grappling Industries, your division is round robin. The whole thing is round robin. So you're going to face everybody at least once. And then I guess depending on what your record is, that determines your placing into like you go for the gold medal match or whatever. You know what I mean? So that one, like our coach says, you get the most for your money doing Grappling Industries. That's like the best one to do because you have to go against everybody. Like there's no like if you lose your first match, you're out or whatever. Like you have to go against everyone. So, but I will say I'm gonna be doing more grappling competitions this year too. I want to do more.
You said grappling. Here you go, Grappling Industries.
That was really good.
I'm gonna follow them on Facebook. So.
That was good. I registered through Smooth Comp. If you do it through Smooth Comp, it tells you everything that's gonna be in your area, and you could like do it by that. Like Michigan, like just the state, you could just do it by state, and it'll tell you what's gonna be in your area. I do like it though. The other thing I do like is they're kind of like I don't know if karate's like jiu-jitsu or if jiu-jitsu is trying to be like karate, but like they are very accurate with the start times. Like if they say you start at 3:23, you start at 3:23.
Okay.
That's pretty accurate. At most, it's either 5 or 10 minutes ahead or 5 or 10 minutes after. But that's about it.
You know, my only thing is I know that, which is crazy to me, but steroids are not banned in jiu-jitsu.
Yep, I know.
That is ridiculous. That makes
sense.
So I've actually, since we're going to be starting,
get you some steroids, Gene. Let's go.
That's definitely is not happening.
Listen, since I know we're going to,
I like my nuts.
Since I know.
Wait, go ahead, Angel. What you saying? I messed up his train of thought.
No homo, but you said that. Now I got nuts on my brain. Now I'm like,
don't say that, man. You got nuts on the brain. You don't want to say that, Angel. You don't want to say that.
It's okay. He said no homo. It's good.
Yeah, I said homo, but no, like the what you call it. I've been watching a lot of videos because I know we're gonna start the other podcast, and that's like one thing, bro. Is like that's like a big thing in the jiu-jitsu community. Is like the war between Mikey Musumeci and Gordon Ryan. Like he talks about how like you're on steroids and you're telling kids to take steroids as early as possible, and that all athletes should take steroids. And he's like, but we need to be a clean sport. Why would we not be a clean sport? It's just a weird thing, bro. It's weird.
Yeah, man. I mean, the long-term health of. Look at how many bodybuilders are dying, and they die young,
losing
in their
legs,
30s and 40s.
And muscular.
It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Anything, And talking with Steve, Joe, I was talking with Steve last year, and he went to a competition, and one of his teammates got his arm broken.
Oh,
By yeah, at a tournament,
oh,
and at
got a tap earlier.
in Wayne. He said as soon as the dude grabbed it, he just sunk it in, broke his arm, and
Damn.
I think the guy was on roids, or looked like he was roided out.
You're
So
supposed at competitions, you're supposed to go 0 to 60 quick, but you don't. But then the
mhm,
60 to 100 is like you applying the pressure, and then if they don't tap, you just keep going. Not
mhm.
0 to 100 and you snap it quick. Like that's not supposed to happen. I will say when I did my competition, my brother, the guy was about to put me in an arm bar, and my brother said it on the sideline when he watched. He said he was about to scream, "Angel, please just tap," because he from where it looked like he sunk it in pretty deep, and
Mhm.
it looked like it was one of those like either my shoulder, my arm was gonna dislocate and it was gonna break, or I was gonna tap. But I told my brother, I said I don't know what it was, but like a switch hit in my head that I was like, nah, y'all not just gonna watch me get submitted like that quickly. Like you must be out your damn mind. So I like got out of it, spun out of it, like muscle through it, and I was able to get out. But like I will say though, if he would have locked it in like super super fast, I probably would have had a tap anyways. So
So one of the things I learned that I never knew before, but up until recently, I learned that we're supposed to be, as white belts, we're supposed to be working on our defense,
yeah, you are
and
defense first.
we're not supposed to be working on submitting people. We're supposed to be getting good at protecting ourselves and working on our defense and being able to sweep people and being able to go into better positions and things like that. And it's not until when we get into when we're at blue belts, probably one or two strikes, that we're supposed to start incorporating our submissions at that point in time, because then we would have had a couple years of developing good defense, which makes sense. So
No, that is true. So like I don't do gi only because I just don't have. I'm teaching class. And I told you guys that if I wasn't
mhm.
teaching class, I would be in a gi class all the time. I want to learn gi, but because we do no gi, but that was like something that they told me like when I first started. Even now, they're like your job is just to survive. Like you just
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
survive. And I lock in submissions and I'll do them, but like I do them only because like I'll be honest, all my submissions are off of me on my back and close guard, and
hmm
I only really have one submission, a triangle. That's all I got. That's all I got because honestly, like Gene, you know this. How many times are we in mount? Like we're not
we're not going to get in mount.
when we're like they're not gonna
Not
let us
not
get.
unless we're rolling with another white belt.
Yeah, if we're rolling with another white belt, that's different. Like when I roll with other white belts, I'll be honest. When I roll with other white belts, I don't do that bad. Like I do like pretty decent. I can hold my own for the most part. But
Mm.
without that, I'm not getting him out. I can't even get the side control sometimes. I just gotta.
Yeah,
I'm trying
yeah,
to get. I'm trying to get. My goal is to get from mount to either half guard or full guard. That's really my goal. Because then from there I could work stuff and I could just try and maneuver. If I ever get to mount, I only have like really one choke. I just got the Ezekiel choke. That's really it. Because I don't really know nothing else. Like I don't know no other submissions.
See,
I
and
don't.
see that, and that's exactly why I like you know Gracie Jiu Jitsu, because it, even though I know I got a lot of slack, because they talk about well, people have talked about like, oh, you guys are not really rolling. No, we have to wait eight months before we roll, right?
Mhm.
But I know people that I can roll it. I've rolled with Steve at school on Fridays. I work with him.
Yeah.
Um, so it's nothing. And then I've also gone to Vision Jiu Jitsu, which is his school, with his instructor, and I've gone there on Saturdays, and that's a hell of a workout, man.
Mhm.
Those, because they train for 2 hours, and that is definitely a hell of a workout. And my school don't care. It's just that their school, they're not, white belts don't roll, because they
Yeah.
want us to learn the defense and how to properly do the submissions. And that's one thing I never learned at a lot of other schools. I've been to other schools before, and you just they just want you to keep showing up. There is no clear path. It's almost like if someone, if I show up in Connecticut and I got to get to California, and someone says, okay, start, find your way to California, which way do I go? Just keep
Yeah.
walking, you'll find out. Just keep walking. And
Mhm.
that's what it seems like. That's what it seems like a lot of times in jiu-jitsu. Well, now with you know with Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, it's like they're telling me you're going to do this first, then you do this, then you do this, then you do that, and then you'll get
Yeah.
this, and then this happen. And they kind of map out, where you're going. So I'm not trying to be a world champion in jujitsu. Hell, I'm doing this so I can learn how to better defend myself
Yeah. It's
when it
self-defense.
comes to self-defense. Number one. Number two, I want to teach it. And I'm
Mhm.
going to incorporate that into my school. So my students can learn how to, use jujitsu. Also, they're gonna
Yeah.
have karate and jujitsu. So, I'm not about to be a world champion jujitsu fighter. That's definitely not happening.
Yeah. No. It's
But I could see myself eventually being a very, very good coach. I
yeah.
could be Danaher. I could be him. You know.
Yo, listen.
So,
Hey, listen, man. To be honest with you, bro, like when I'm there, I mean, I'm doing it because I'm like, yo, I'm competitive. I only did the competition because I'm just a competitive person. I just, we grew up in competition, so I'm like, let me just see what it's like to do it. But I will say, like when I'm there, I'm trying to just be like, all right, like I'll be honest with you, Joe. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm Gene. I'm sure you probably thought this before. In some positions, if you're in a certain position with a higher level belt, you're probably not getting out of it,
you're
right?
not getting out.
And
Properly.
listen,
You're not
and let
unless
me
they
tell you
want you to
something.
get out.
So I'm doing it, and I'm like, okay, working by the rules, doing the technique to get there, right? But I'll be honest, like in a real sense, I'll bite you in your goddamn thigh. I don't give a damn. Like, let's just make sure it's really clear. I cannot punch you in your nuts, but if I could, I would. Like, don't there's a difference.
Angel
So
sound like he want to do Valley too, though. That's what it sounds like. Angel want to
yeah.
do.
Listen,
He's trying to do the no holds bar, anything goes. He's
I'm
trying
a
to take
street
it
fight.
back.
Hey,
He's trying to
hey,
take it back to Brazil.
hey, if
That's
it's
what
a
he's
street
trying to
fight,
do.
we doing a street fight. It's a real fight, I'm like Crease. I'm like
Yeah,
Crease out
well,
here.
unfortunately, in these days, everybody is so happy in these times we living in
I
now,
know,
man.
right? I know.
So, you gotta learn how to protect yourself without striking people,
That's true.
so. And that's one of the things that I like about jujitsu. Like I know I could take people down and I can hold people down and I can put you in a submission. You're not getting up, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So it's I've been consistent in these last few months now. I've already gotten a stripe. I'm about to get my another stripe pretty soon.
Yes, sir.
Uh, so it's starting to click now. And I make this 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 uh this statement to one of my coaches. It's almost like jujitsu is kind of like a movie, right? Where you can go watch, the new Batman movie and you'll enjoy the new Batman movie. But if you watch that Batman movie 2 or 3 times, you're gonna notice things that you didn't see the first time.
Mm-hmm.
If you do it
Yep.
if you watch that movie 10 times, you're definitely gonna, man. It's like, oh, now I get why he had those shoes on. The first time you're not even paying attention to nobody's shoes, but those
Mm-hmm.
shoes was like a Easter egg to something else that happened in the movie,
Yeah.
and it's starting to hit me like that. I'm watching different jujitsu matches and things on YouTube now, and I'm starting to see setups before they happen. So I kind of like that.
Yeah. No, that's true.
All right, you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai season 6, episode 8 and 9.
All right. Last when we left our heroes, no. Johnny and
Well,
Miguel
hold
getting
on,
on a
hold on,
plane.
hold on. One more thing, Joe. Sorry. But you
Yeah, you
had
good.
something. You had something that you wanted to say to Angel, and Angel wasn't with us last week
What I said? What I don't remember.
about Daniel.
Oh, I'm Team Johnny all the way now. Sorry.
Ha! I told you.
Yeah, you were team Miguel Daniel when you
I
got
tried.
out.
I tried for the longest time,
I
but
had
Daniel
no.
pissing me off.
I switched to Eagle Fang.
Oh.
I have an Eagle Fang shirt. Remember?
Yeah, I
And I got
remember.
the headband.
I just thought you just did that just
Oh,
for
so
the
we're
show.
all Team Johnny now?
I have an Eagle Fang headband. You want me to go put it on? I'll go put it on.
No,
Oh.
you can. I mean,
Put it
Joe
on.
got his on. Joe threw his.
Yeah.
Go
Listen,
ahead,
I'm
Joe.
telling. No, I said this in the last one because the Daniel getting locked away in a cage for being dumb. That was the last straw for me. I can't support Daniel anymore.
Hey, by
He
the
better
way.
make up for it in the movie.
Hey, by
That's
the
all
way,
I'm saying.
Gene, why don't you have on your Cobra Kai thing, man? What the hell's wrong with you?
It's up here. It's up here on my bookcase. I got it
Eagle
on the
Fang. Let's go,
bookcase.
baby.
Yes, sir. Johnny and Miguel are heading back to go see Carmen, and check in on her, have their Rocky 2 moment. I get this scene. What this scene is, what this whole episode pretty much is about, is getting why can't I think of his name every time? Kenny. This is just about getting Kenny back. That's all this is.
Hey, you thought it was a Rocky 2 scene? I didn't think that.
What do you mean? Okay, what do you mean it's not a Rocky 2 scene?
Jesus Lord.
It's 100% a Rocky 2 scene.
Yep.
Mom's is practically dying.
Yep.
They come all the way to see her.
Yep.
She's perfectly fine, and she says, okay, I need y'all to go back to the competition and do me a favor and win.
She said
that's
it like Adrian.
That's Rocky 2. She literally said it just like Adrian.
I thought about another movie. I just didn't think about that one. God damn.
Yeah.
I thought about Best of the Best, but you guys over here about to jump down my throat. When
said Rocky 2. We just covered this.
When Walter got hit by the car and he was in the coma, and then Grady had to go back and he started crying and everything. That's what I thought about.
This is totally different, bro.
I forgot all about Walter getting hit by a car.
Why are you laughing about that?
I forgot about it. Just the fact you brought that up.
Well, that's why he left. And remember, James Earl Jones was like, if you leave the team and never coming back, yada, yada, yada.
Oh, I know we're not supposed to, we already did the movie, but I'm going to tell you, man, James Earl Jones would have got cussed out by me.
Right?
I would have cussed his old ass out. My son
100%.
got hit by a car. What are you talking about? And I wouldn't have been trying to go back. I wouldn't have.
You would have been like, fine, go ahead and lose now. Now I'm not there. Now you're gonna lose. Oh well.
I mean, my son got hit by a car. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. But go ahead, Joe.
So they're getting on a plane, heading back, like I said, to have their Rocky 2 moment. Meanwhile, Chosen and Daniel has decided, now that he thinks Kreese is coming after him, that everyone should stay in and not go out. The problem is, Chosen already told the kids they could have a night out to blow off some steam. So he's got to play devil's advocate here. He's got to make sure Daniel knows and get some rest and thinks the kids are doing good. And now he's got to go find the kids and make sure they're not making trouble. The funny thing is, Kreese is telling Quan to go ahead and make some trouble to get in their heads. And Kreese's partner, the granddaughter,
Kim.
She's now on, Kim, she's on a mission the same as Chosen to make sure her team doesn't get in trouble. This is my favorite part of the whole show because this was smart. Getting Chosen and Kim together, that was I like that. That was good directing.
I definitely didn't see that coming.
Yeah, me neither. 100% didn't see that coming.
Me neither.
But the way they did it worked out really well. It was the way it came together. The chemistry and everything came together so well, and it made sense. I mean, honestly, they kind of at one point were the same person, more or less.
Yeah.
And so the fact that they could be with each other and try to make it work, being on opposite sides, kind of a Romeo and Juliet, made sense. And this is the kind of drama I don't mind. All this other drama was just annoying, okay? All the kid drama and the girlfriend drama and everything, like, that was dumb.
I didn't understand why Miguel was so mad at Johnny. I mean, goodness gracious. Like,
because he was out there killing it, and Johnny was paying more attention to Robbie. But Johnny did eventually tell him, and it made sense. He's like, listen, man, I saw you killing it, but I thought you were good. Robbie really needed me because he was messing up bad.
Not just Robbie, the whole damn team. Everybody's losing everything except for Miguel.
Yeah, Miguel. I mean, Sam was doing okay, but Devin should have never been there anyway. So,
or Dimitri, bitch ass, he shouldn't have never been there.
Yeah, Dimitri was terrible.
He's whining through everything.
Yeah, you got that too, right?
Huh?
Okay, but
you thought that too, right? I didn't really like him this season at all.
No, Gene hates him.
Yeah, I do. I might hate the real actor. I might hate the real actor if he acts like anything like Dimitri.
I can see that.
I hope he is a really, really good actor.
Listen though, but Dimitri did Hawk wrong.
Yeah.
Because they go to the club.
No, I don't think Dimitri did Hawk wrong.
Oh, so now you like him for this?
Hawk?
Yeah.
I
They're
don't have a
sitting
problem
there.
with Hawk.
No, Hawk.
They're
did
at the
some-
club
Hawk
with
did
a bunch of
Dimitri-
women around. Okay,
Hawk did
these
Dimitri-
two guys got girlfriends,
Mm-hmm.
and they got all these women around.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, they ain't never had girlfriends before. Your
No.
girlfriend's a million miles away.
Yeah.
Go have some fun. Don't mess around with nobody, but a little dancing and
If
ain't
my
gonna hurt
fiance is
nobody.
watching this,
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
if my fiance is watching this, that's Joe talking. That is Joe talking. I don't even want to.
Angel came through with the disclaimer.
Yo, I don't even want to get roped into this conversation. This one, I'll sit
I would
out.
never give this kind of information to Angel, but Angel's not some nerd that's never danced with nobody before. So
But
it's okay.
That's not the problem I'm talking about. I'm just saying, Hawk. I'm never saying Angel. Hawk was talking to his girlfriend. He's talking to her, and she said, "Hey, let me see." You know, he just flipped the camera around and showed.
No, that's fine too.
You know,
that's fine
so
too.
he didn't like zoom in on Dimitri dancing.
No,
He was just
No.
he kind of stopped, bro. He kind of stopped. Like he went and then he just stopped it there. Like, he didn't keep going.
I think he kind of stopped when she was like, "Is that Dimitri?" And then he snatched it back and turned it around.
He took a couple minutes. He
Well,
he saw
because
that
his girlfriend.
he saw that she was gonna look over her shoulder, and he just kept it there. Like, put the damn thing down. Like, do something else.
And he could have waited till they were out of the club to call her.
Well,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, but he's bored.
At first, the first time I watched this,
you can't talk to nobody on the phone in the club or
exactly
a loud restaurant anyway.
The first time I saw it, I thought she called him, but then I watched it again. This time, he called her. So
yeah,
I feel like I don't know. The whole thing was crazy. But anyhow, that wasn't even the most important part. So the whole time that's going on, like I said, Chosen and Kim are trying to find the kids, and they end up together trying to do this, and they get in a fight together, and they take a couple of goons out before they make their way. And then Johnny is trying to talk to Miguel, who, by the way, gets bumped up to first class to get away from Johnny. And of course, you got some arrogant a-hole in first class trying to mess with Johnny. And I give Johnny all the credit for keeping his cool, but he should have knocked that guy out right away. That guy was annoying.
Mm-hmm. He wanted to be on the no-fly zone. How would he get back?
Right? And he was talking to Johnny like Johnny was being, unreasonable, and Johnny was not. For once, Johnny was actually not being unreasonable. And the funny thing is, when it all came down to it, Johnny never hit the guy Miguel did.
Right.
So I thought that was funny. The other thing we got going on is Sam runs into Axel. Like I said, they just keep adding more drama. He runs into Axel training on the beach.
He's young Drago. That's who that is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. They strike up a conversation. They get into it with Cobra Kai. And then, of course, like he gets the wrong idea and tries to kiss her. She stops him. And we know that's going to come to play later.
Mm-hmm.
Because why wouldn't it? Why else would they start that if that's not what's going to happen?
I could see Axel and was the other girl
Zara.
I could see those two men. They're gonna do big things after Cobra Kai because they actually played their parts really well.
What's honestly was kind of unfortunate is this is the last season.
I
kind of want to see what's up with those two characters. I wish I could have
got to see more of them.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
Maybe we get an Iron Dragon show.
I actually wish I could have got to see more of Cole. Not Cole. I'm thinking about
Wolf.
Yeah, I'm thinking about this dude from Mortal Kombat. But yeah, him.
Wolf. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could have got to see more of him because honestly, I'll be honest, man. I actually kind of liked him in it. I feel like it suited him well.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah.
One thing I don't like is them not really explaining where those characters are from, like what country they're from. Iron Dragon is representing, what did I say, Hong Kong? Yeah. But those two are not from Hong Kong, and they actually kind of say in the movie or the show that there you can kind of get people from wherever to come represent your school. That seems weird.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't really like that. Like I really think like it should have just been like this
Well,
school because think about it because they didn't have no trials in the U.S. They came to when they came to look at Cobra Kai, and then Daniel and Johnny kind of butted in, and they ended up having to compete to see what school was going to go represent U.S. and the Sakai Takai. They didn't just have a trial like at the All Valley, and whoever placed in these 6 spots automatically got into
they
the team.
probably should have done it. They probably should have done it that way. That would have been a more authentic karate way to do it. But to
Yeah,
be honest, it does make sense about like they can get anyone in their school because it's no different than like MMA camps, right? And like all these gyms that they have guys that are from different areas, but they're a
you're
part of
right,
that.
Angel. But the thing is that we were sold on the previous season was that this tournament was supposed to mean that your dojo is the number one dojo in the world, supposedly, right?
Hmm.
So if this is supposed to be the number one, how can you have the number one dojo where you just
I,
randomly picking
I
different
get what you're
people?
saying. They should have used like the team thing. That would have
Yeah,
like the team, like like how we have JPM and the Impexes and
right,
straight all that. That would have been a better look because then it's like
right, right,
the
right,
best teams in the world.
right,
And then
right.
okay, I can see that part. I can see it. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know about you. I really hate seeing them fight without gear. It pisses me off. Especially the Century runs the whole thing. It drives me nuts. It
Well,
drives me
I'm
nuts.
I'm kind of used to it now, so it doesn't really bother me anymore. I mean, it
But
bothered me more so when I was a kid watching Daniel compete in All Valley back in the day, but
I
now
think
I'm
they're
kind of
trying
used
to
to it.
keep it as authentic to the original Karate
Yeah,
Kid,
I think so
which
too.
I
That got to
get
be the
is
only that
dumb.
that's
Ain't
It's
nobody
it's
nobody
it's
was
dumb
doing
because
butterfly.
everything else was upgraded except for that.
Yeah, I'm about to say like nobody was doing butterfly beat twist kicks in the original. Like
Exactly.
they're doing it now. Might as well throw some damn hand pads on the kid. Like Jesus. I
what,
also
what
thought
what
it
what
was.
bothers me more is having the boys and the girls fight each other. Like
I
that's
don't
come on
like that
now.
either. I
No,
don't
I
like
don't.
that either.
I'm not a fan of
I
that.
also thought it was interesting. And this is just me looking at it from like the Century point of view. How like in one of the videos, in one of the scenes with Axel and Wolf when they were like in that back room and Tori walked by.
Hmm.
I thought it was interesting how they had a bunch of Pro Force and Asian World Martial Arts gear in the background, and I was like, man, like why don't they have Century stuff there? Like that doesn't make any
Hmm.
sense to me. That
You mean
those,
Sam?
those
You mean Sam walked by? But yeah, I got you.
oh Sam, yeah, Sam walked by, but yeah, it was just stuff like that. Um, let me ask you guys, did you like the way they brought Kenny back um and mended up the relationship between Kenny and Daniel's son. I forgot his name now.
Damn, what is his name?
I hold on. Let me look
I
at it.
just I, I
I had
just had it on the tip of my
I
tongue too.
I had it on my phone. Hold on. Let me look. Is that him?
Um,
It's Anthony.
yeah.
Anthony.
Yeah. Do you guys like the way they mended that or no?
To a certain extent, it was ridiculous because how is your mom coming to handle this and not your mom doesn't even have your back?
Yeah.
Well, because
Like,
they all knew that Anthony and his crew started messing with Kenny. Kenny was a regular good kid. He wasn't. He was just new to the school and he was trying to make
okay,
friends.
but
And Anthony's crew tortured him before he
but
joined
then
Cobra Kai.
but then originally when Anthony tried to stop, Kenny came at him hard too because
Well,
he had that Cobra Kai
would
mentality.
you? Would you? If somebody had been bothering you for months, now that you got,
He
you can
got
handle
his
your
licks
business
in.
now.
He got his licks in and then went above and beyond because of Cobra Kai. So no, I would have
No,
got
I don't know about that.
those
I don't
first
agree with
licks.
you on that.
Those first licks, yes, but everything after that was overkill.
No, no, I don't think so, man. Because like, think about everything they did, man. They embarrassed him, had him dress up like a anime character or a video game character, and took pictures of him and streamed it online. They filled his locker up with milk. They stole his clothes. Like they did a lot of shit to him. And when he
Yeah,
finally got him back, all he did was pretty much, he beat up a couple of his buddies, but he got Anthony suspended. But that was pretty
he
much
beat
it.
Anthony up pretty good too.
in the locker room at the tournament at the All
Yeah.
Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. And at that point in time, Kitty should have been done because he should have
Not only
known
that, but
Anthony can't hang with me.
Anthony's crazy because his way of trying to resolve it when he finally just said, "Fine, I'll take one for the team," was to drink the poop himself, the poop
Right.
medicine or whatever.
No, what
That's
Anthony
no
should have
good.
did. Anthony shouldn't have been laughing at him when that happened to him.
True.
He should have been like, "You good, man?" or something. He should have been have compassion for him after that happened, especially if you would have known. The only person that really doesn't like Anthony, Kenny here is me. I definitely wouldn't want him to think like I did that to you.
No, for sure.
You know.
But the funny thing is, so Anthony gets a Gatorade and some of the diarrhea stuff and drinks it while Kenny's taking a phone call from Devin admitting that she did it. So now this dude's about to go crap himself for no good reason.
Yeah.
Needless to say, Kenny does come back to help the team.
Now, this
like
is some bad storytelling right here. Because all within this episode, Johnny was able to fly home and fly back. Come on now. Like, it's a long flight. That's almost, how many hours is it to fly over there? Do you know,
a lot.
Angel? I mean,
it gotta be. It's in Spain, right?
Yeah, Barcelona.
About that, anywhere between 7 and 9.
And that's to New York. That's not even to California.
Oh, yeah, that's to New York. For me, it was 9 hours to get to the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
they probably out there an extra 6. So what, like 18, 19 hours around there?
Yeah, so it should be in 2 days before they got back. The tournament should have been over by the time they got back. So they got back within 1 day.
So while all this other stuff is going on and everything, the other thing that's happening is Robbie is starting to spiral. And Quan uses it as an opportunity to get in Robbie's head. Starts acting like him and Tori are together.
Mm-hmm.
Which, of course, Robbie starts drinking. And who finds Robbie? And you know what? Zara.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, but you know what? When
wait, stop. Babe, I do not
listen. The best way to get over someone
I do not
is to get under someone new. And frankly, if Robbie wanted to really help out the team, he would have put Zara down for the count anyway.
Oh my God, babe, I don't. Babe, I don't even know what's wrong with him. I think he has something to drink today.
I didn't have nothing to drink.
Jesus Lord.
I'm drinking, but
that was the best part of the whole. That to me was the best part of the whole thing.
So let me ask you something. Do you think that Robbie actually did something with Zara?
I don't think so.
I mean,
they have not confirmed if anything happened between them.
True.
This is what I think happened. I think she took him. Maybe it's just me wanting to think he's a good guy, but I think they just went to the room. They were trying to make a move, and I think he just passed out and fell asleep.
Probably so, because he doesn't remember anything.
He doesn't. That's why I say that. He looked, and when the kiss happened, he was more like, "Why?" Like, I think he was a little bit, "Why are you kissing me?" Like, what happened?
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah. Has he had any conversations with this girl up until this point?
No,
not really.
That would scare the hell out of me.
It was only at the bar before that happened.
That would scare the hell out of me if, like, I wake up and I'm walking. Next thing I know, I'm with someone who I've seen before, but I don't know, and I ain't had no conversations with them, and they're kissing me. Like, that would be like, what the hell happened? You know?
I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. That's what's happening in my head. I find to myself. Thank you.
Well then.
Yeah. One door closes, another one opens.
Yeah, well, you know, that's your thing. I like being engaged. I like it.
Yeah, I like being married. And when she don't listen to the podcast most of the time anyway, so I'm good. But she already knows my policy. My wife knows my policy from day one. Because I told her, don't ever put me on a break. Don't ever put us on a pause. Because I'll tell you, no, we're broken up. We're done. Goodbye.
And honestly, that's what Tori should have had that conversation with Robin. Like, listen, this is what's going on. Let's just right now, let's just focus on the competition. We'll talk about why I joined Cobra Kai and what I'm feeling about losing my mom after this is all over with. Let's have that conversation. She's
I
not
think she
talking.
felt like she did have that conversation, but she didn't.
She has a hard time expressing herself and speaking because she's used to being by herself and handling things by herself. And for the first
True.
time, not only does she have a boyfriend that really cares about her, but she also kind of has a family with this Miyagi Do because they all care for each
Yeah.
other and they all kind of want to be there. And Tori has never had that before, so she's not used to it, or she got her guard up. She doesn't know how to receive it. Also, you know.
True. So the episode ends with the long hair guy who put Daniel in a cage, and Kim and Chosen follow him,
We
and they
found out
get
something about
Daniel.
them.
They get Daniel and yeah, I know, right? They get Daniel and Kreese to join them. Now, here's what I understand: you follow this guy, but how do you end up in his room?
I don't think they were in his room. They followed him to a spa,
Oh, is that
and
what
I
that
think
was?
yeah, that
Okay,
was a spa,
I
and
was
they
gonna say I
followed.
thought they were like followed this dude to his room. Like,
No, no,
how are
no. They
you in
were at
his
a.
room?
He's in a spa because he told. They speak about this in the next episode.
Yeah, and I mean that's basically. I think we covered everything, right?
Yeah, so Daniel shows up, asking Chosen what's going on, like what are we doing here, and then he sees Kim with Chosen, like what's happening. They just kind of ran into each other. Then Kreese shows up on top of this. Daniel really wants to know what the hell is going on. And then they see the guy with the long hair. They follow him back, and they walk into this spy area, and there's Silver in a hot tub.
When I saw, I'm not gonna lie to you, that took me by surprise, and I was pissed.
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to see Silver until the last part.
Yeah, well, he's back.
I will say, the dude with the long hair, I actually met him at one of the tournaments.
So he's a real martial artist.
Yeah, I met him at the.
Okay.
Remember how I told you I met the guy.
Mike Warren?
Yeah, remember I told you guys that he was gonna be in the next season. Like he told me before. I met him.
Yeah.
And the year after, I met that guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's actually.
I never thought too much about that character in the Karate Kid 3 because he didn't really do much of nothing. He was just kind of just there,
really
just
didn't.
standing there.
He didn't really do much
True.
at all.
He standing there and got kicked.
They had to flash back to show us who he was.
Because no one
that
knew
showed
who the hell
you.
he was.
Yeah, that shows you nobody really remembers him or knows who he is. He definitely doesn't look the same.
That was the one scene that they had for him, was just that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And that was the end of this episode. Let's go on to number 9.
Yeah, like you said, we see Silver. The episode actually starts off in Thailand, and they're showing Silver. He's talking about how he got released because he's talking to like a lawyer and a money manager, it seems like. And the guy's basically saying, yeah, the case got thrown out. Stingray wasn't a credible witness, which I don't know. I feel like we deserve a better explanation. I mean, you literally beat the crap out of somebody.
But not only
then
that,
blame John Kreese for it.
Exactly. So why is John Kreese in jail? The police showed up to Terry Silver's house. Why would they show up at his house to arrest Kreese unless Silver called them? Why did you call him then?
Yeah.
You
I
clearly
feel like
had something to do with Kreese getting arrested.
I feel like there could have been more to that case, but they just kind of shoved it all under the rug and just said, whatever.
Absolutely.
But I mean, they want another bad guy, so that's fine. I get it. So that basically Silver that explains how Silver got out. And then Silver is watching a Thai boxing, like a no holds bar match, and then we see the coach for the Iron Dragons. What's his name? Wolf or something?
Wolf, yeah.
Wolf, yeah.
Yeah. So this is how Silver injected himself into this thing because Wolf was fired from the Iron Dragons, or he lost his dojo. And even though his team was the current champs. So this is Terry Silver yet again. Even his lawyer says buys another dojo
Mm-hmm.
and injects himself into the Saikai Takai. I get it. Yeah, okay. A little far fetched, but yeah, we need Terry Silver to be in this. And they need to take him out again, so I get it.
I would have liked it if he would have just if they could have had the Iron Dragons. I like that team actually, but Silver could have
Yeah.
just. I don't know, man. I felt like I just wish Silver had something that was his, a team that was truly his. You know,
Yeah. True.
I don't know. Like maybe he could have came with his version of of Cobra Kai because his version of Cobra Kai technically was the one that won, and not John Kreese. The people that John Kreese brought in. So maybe you could have. I mean, that would have been interesting to have two Cobra Kai teams. I mean, the show is called Cobra Kai.
Yeah. One thing real quick, because I don't want to focus on it too much. What happened to Mike Barnes? Is he just gone?
I think we might see him in the next 5 episodes at some
Okay,
point.
so he's just not going to be a part of the Saikai Takai.
I think they're gonna.
He
find
trained
a
them
way-
for it, but that was it.
I think they're gonna find a
Yeah.
way to keep them all. I think when this Cobra Kai ends in February, they're gonna find a way to keep all that original cast and kind of like give them their own send off in a way.
Yeah, I get that.
To me, it makes it feel like I almost feel like there's not going to be enough episodes in these last 5 to wrap everything up. I'm really interested because it seems like there's so much left to do, and it's only 5 episodes left.
Yeah, true.
Like they got to finish. They got to figure out how this tournament is ending, right? And then the kids are going to school.
Yeah.
They're probably going to have proms. Like, what other type of problems can they have within the last 5 episodes?
Oh yeah, I get you.
You see what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah,
man,
it's going to be interesting.
I'm really curious how they do this.
Yeah. Yeah, no matter what.
Johnny and Carmen's gonna have the baby. The stuff going on with Miyagi and his past.
This
It
last
seems like there's a lot of
episode,
stuff.
we're going to have a lot to talk about this last episode because, like I said this already. The way the last episode ends, I'm very curious to see how they recover from that, but that's a whole nother story. I love the way they set up this elimination. So it's a double elimination, tag fighting.
I'd like that, yeah.
And so you start off with 2 fighters from the opposing teams, and you can tag any of your teammates. Now, this to me was dumb. And I get, again, they want to make more drama. Dimitri and Hawk think that Kenny is here. Now that Silver's injected himself, they think Kenny is a spy for Silver. Kenny wasn't even in the competition until just now. Kenny has not had any contact with Silver. Silver's been here or in Bangkok or in jail. He has no ties to Silver.
No.
He gave that up. He didn't even want anything to do with karate.
Yeah.
So to think that Kenny is a Trojan horse is dumb.
He thought that as soon as they were in a hotel room and Dimitri sees him come in and whispers something to Sam saying,
yeah,
are you sure we can trust him? Like you're our only captain who doesn't have a soft spot for him. Like it's like, dude,
yeah.
like come on, you complaining
But
like he should be on the team. You shouldn't be on the team.
But y'all are wore out right now. Okay, Kenny is a fresh pair of legs, man. Like,
yeah.
Put me in, coach. Let's go. And he does eventually get to show that off because he kills it when he goes out there, and he's talented. Like, I don't know, it was really dumb, and I get like why they did what they did, but this team fighting, this was the best fight scene so far.
The one that they lost or the one that they won? Because the one
all the team fighting in general.
Yeah, I liked it.
I like the way they were tagging and using each other. I kind of want to
see that. I kind of want to see that in real life.
I know that's what I have. You've never watched them at the.
I saw tag teams, but it's always been 2-on-2. I'm talking about this style where you guys.
Yes, I agree. No, I agree.
Your guys, how many 4 or 5 people around the ring, and they got 4 or 5. You could tag whoever. That
Yes.
seemed like that shit would be fun.
But
I
I
like the one
like,
that was on the platform. That was cool to me.
yeah, but I
That was
like
cool.
it.
Yeah.
That was cool too. But I like when you go to tag someone and they kick your hand out of the way.
Yes. I
Yeah.
like that too. Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
gives me like WWE vibes, man.
Yeah.
When the guy he's running to tag and you pull him right back.
Yeah. 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 I enjoyed I enjoyed what they did with the Sakai Taikai and how they made it different from the All Valley. They
Yes. Yes.
I really did like that. Yeah.
So Cobra Kai wins their first match.
Iron Dragons do too.
Iron Dragons, no problem. Miyagi-Do falls apart very quickly, mostly because Robbie is not leading the way he should lead, and he's still kind of paying attention to Tori still. Him and Tori's messed up too, because eventually she causes them a fight, and then her and Robbie are together actually having a conversation about how nothing is happening with him and Quan. And that
Well,
the Zara thing, she's pissed off about the Zara thing, and he's pissed off about Quan, and she has to explain to him. How do
that
y'all have
happened.
time to be having this kind of argument now during the
Yeah,
fight?
that happened in Miyagi-Do's second fight.
Yeah.
Their first fight they got smoked, and they got smoked because Dimitri told Hawk not to tag in Kenny.
Yes.
So that man, Dimitri, that guy, that
But Miguel has a conversation with Robbie that basically makes all the difference, because he tells Robbie is feeling like I shouldn't be the leader. Like, I'm surprised at some point he didn't try to hand the leader over to Miguel. And I don't think Miguel would have took it anyway. So Miguel basically says, hey, I know I'm doing better than you right now, but you got to stop the BS. You got to step up and be a leader, and you'll know what to do when the time is right. Okay, we all believe in you. You got here because you're the best. Like, go out there and prove it. And that, like I said, that's going to help them, because they, after they lose that match, like the next match they lose, they're done.
Mm-hmm.
So
I kind of like how they went into the locker room to think about it.
Yeah.
That they had one more match, and they kind of came to the realization this is gonna be the last time fighting together. But I'm thinking like this is your only time fighting together. Like every other time, y'all were opponents with each other in every other tournament or competition or whatever. You guys were always against each other. It
The
kind of
final
reminded
competition
me.
is between captains, right?
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of when my uncle did Clash of the Titans, because we had a fight where it was Team Plowden against King's Karate, right?
Yep.
And it was Trav, it was Ski, it was me, it was James, it was Pete, it was Andre, and we were like my uncle's first core group of kids, and it was our last time fighting as a team together, because me, Ski, and James, we were all 18, so we were now staying in the adult division at that point in time. And then we had Willie coming up as a little kid. Willie and Dewan and Mike and all those guys, they were all coming up to take our place. So that was our last time fighting together, and we absolutely won. We beat King's Karate, and that was pretty fun.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, you were there for that?
Yeah, Four Seasons had 2 teams in that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. My team lost to the team from New York, SWAT.
Are you talking about Clash of Titans 2? Because we did 2 classes.
Oh yeah, it was 2. It was 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first one, it was just ours was just a set match, us against King's Karate.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Yeah. The second time I didn't compete. I was the coach for our kids team. Team Plow Kids. So we had a team, we had a kids team and we had the adult team. And I was the coach of the kids team. But that was cool too. That was fun too.
Oh, they were both a good time, man.
So yeah, so I thought about that when I saw all of them in the locker room together, encouraging each other, and they all apologized and got whatever was on their chest, they all got it out, and they felt better, and they went out there for their final fight.
So Iron Dragons has already moved on. Cobra Kai loses in the next match, and then again because of Tori, and so then it sets up, of course, Miyagi-Do versus Cobra Kai, and whoever loses is going to be eliminated. Now, the other thing that's going on here is Daniel, Johnny, and Chosen decide they're going to start messing with Kreese,
Mm-hmm.
which, of course, that's a big deal because Johnny, no problem. Chosen, no problem. Daniel finally getting on board with doing something like that. He really has to be in a different mental state because that's not really Daniel's thing. Like that's not the Miyagi-Do way, as he likes to put it. So they decide they're going to steal his knife, and on top of that, they're going to make it seem like it's Kreese or Silver who did it.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing is, Kim figures it out right away
Mm-hmm.
and tells Chosen, put the knife back. And that's going to play in the last episode. So this is all going on. Like you said, Miyagi-Do loses because they won't put Kenny in. And then, oh wait, they have a match they win because of Kenny, and then they got to fight Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
And it's Robbie decides to tag Kenny instead of Hawk. And Hawk gets mad at him for it. But Kenny goes out there and does his thing. Because that dude, he got 2 points back to back quick.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So Kenny showed why they needed him this whole time, and it never should have been done.
Yeah,
that was good.
Yeah.
And I like that. I really like that.
And if Dimitri wasn't on the team and Tori was on the team, they really would have had a squad.
Right? Man, I didn't even think about that. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Because, Dimitri is the only reason he's there is because Tori left.
Yeah, everybody else can fight. Everybody else can fight.
So then, like you said, it all comes down to Miyagi-Do versus Cobra Kai. Good fight. I mean, a couple good fights. The funny thing is the first fight starts off with Tori versus Robbie. And that's where she tells him, I saw you as Zara, blah, blah, blah. And that went a little crazy. And then it ends up, she has to explain to him nothing happened with Quan. And they tag Miguel versus Quan.
That was funny when Quan called him number 2.
I know. Well, Quan knows how to get in his head, though.
I like that character, man. It's too bad we can't see more from that guy.
I know,
like that
right?
Character.
The funny thing is, and this is what kills me, Robbie has sucked this whole competition. And the one thing that gets him to step up finally is finding out that Quan lied about being with Tori. So it all comes down to the match is 2-2. Robbie says, tag me in. He's pissed off. And he actually, not only does he take it to Quan, he is not even taking the points that are easy that he set up. He's trying to punish Quan.
Yeah.
Who said it on the sideline when Johnny. They were like, what is he doing? Was it Daniel?
Johnny said he's making it hurt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's making it hurt.
I think
Devin,
I think Devin might have asked what's he doing, and Johnny said making it hurt.
Yeah. Oh, I will say the Hawks point with the double kick, that was nice.
Yeah.
Forgot about that one. That was a good kick. So Robbie is super, he just went complete beast mode. And
Super Saiyan.
I mean, finally. I mean, we've been waiting for it the whole time, right? We all know this is what he's capable of, but why does it take? I mean, everything in this for Robbie was linked to Tori, and it was dumb. Meanwhile, Tori was doing awesome, no problem, until the Zara thing. So, needless to say, Quan was getting his butt whipped and probably should have tagged out. If he was smart, he would have tagged out. But his ego wouldn't let him, and he gets spanked. Cobra Kai loses. Miyagi-Do wins. And Chosen puts the knife back. Everybody celebrates. Is there anything else that happens at the end of this? Oh, yeah. So Terry Silver was the one messing with Daniel, not Kreese. We find that out. But he does leave Daniel with a little nugget at the end of this episode. And it's the actual Seikai Taikai from Miyagi's tournament. And it shows that Miyagi's match ended in death of his opponent. Which we already know is going to send Daniel spiraling, which it does. And it's freaking, that was the one that actually put me over. Like, I'm like, nah, Daniel needs to get over himself. Okay. This is why Miyagi didn't tell you this, because you're a punk.
How does Silver find out that Daniel is trying to find information about Mr. Miyagi?
Who knows, man? It's Silver. He's got eyes and ears everywhere.
It does seem like that, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, he literally pulled up a guy, some random kid from Karate Kid 3.
Right. Found that guy out of somewhere.
I mean, it's literally like, what was it, Rocky 6 pulling up the foul-mouthed girl from the first one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, found that guy under a rock. Like, oh, we haven't played with this yet. Let's pull this out.
So overall, I like all these episodes. Like I said, I nitpick some things here and there, but for the most part, it's pretty good. I just wish they would have focused more on the tournament and a little bit less on some of the drama. But I know, like, they like to have a little bit of both. These directors are kind of,
or they should have
like
just
that.
had one or two things that were kind of filled with drama. It was a lot. It's a lot of drama.
I
Like,
know.
it seems like everybody got a problem with something.
Yes, that's what was killing me. I wanted to just focus on the tournament, and that's what I was really hoping for.
All right. So next week we got episode 10 and the finale and the recap. And we're going to be broadcasting live from AKA's in Chicago, Illinois. That should be fun.
Chirac.
You guys got anything else?
Oh, man. Fingers crossed.
All right. Hopefully we see you in Chicago in a couple days, Joe.
I'm hoping so.
All right. Angel, got anything, man?
Nah, man. Just make sure you come check out the booth if you're in Chicago. Make sure you stay tuned. And, yo, be on the lookout for some merch, man. Be on the lookout for some merch. That's all I can say.
All right, everyone. Stay safe. Stay strong. We'll holler at you next week. And I will play our music.
Disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.